Arrest him on what charge, Inspector?
I'm going to arrest him for... He opened the safe. Yes, he opened the safe.
And he closed the safe.
You said he burned the will.
Because it's burned, you can't prove it was the will.
Well, if you had spoken sooner, I could stop him from burning it.
If you stopped him before he burned it, you couldn't arrest him for burning it.
Well, that's true, Holmes. Yes, that's true.
Holmes, are you saying that there is nothing that Inspector Lestrade can do?
There isn't.
You mean that man, who you say is the killer, is to escape justice?
I didn't say that, Watson.
Well, what was that charade that we saw Clifford doing?
His purpose was to destroy the will, so that the case against his sister would be totally circumstantial.
But we have convicted on circumstantial evidence before.
Not when there were logical alternatives.
Such as?
Or when he made his fortune in gold, he probably made enemies as well.
Oh, really, Holmes? That was over 30 years ago. No jury would consider it now.
The jury will consider it when a good lawyer calls it to their attention.
That was 30 years ago. To say an enemy he made over 30 years ago on another continent shot him this morning in London, it's the rankest speculation.
Yes, Lestrade. And when you come to a conclusion based on speculation, it's called circumstantial evidence. The same kind of evidence that you now have against Miss Markham.
See my problem, Dr. Watson?
Problem?
Well, he does it to me all the time. He makes these absolutely ridiculous statements, these ludicrous assumptions.
Well, it is possible, Inspector.
You see? Now he's got you believing it.
No, I don't believe it. But a jury might have to consider it.
Would they?
I believe so. And I believe that that is the point that Holmes was making. Don't you think so?
Where did he go?
I don't know.
I'm innocent, Mr. Holmes.
I know that, Miss Markham.
I didn't kill my uncle.
I know.
But you want me to say that I killed him?
Yes.
Why? Well, I've heard that you've done extraordinary things, but what you're asking me to do is
the only way to save your life. The only way, Miss Markham.
Johnson said you wanted to see me.
Yes, Peter. I called you all here because
Well, what is it, Andrea?
I just wanted to tell you all that I've decided to go to Scotland Yard tonight, now, to see Inspector Lestrade.
Why?
To confess.
What, Andrea?
I killed him.
Oh, don't say that. You know it isn't true.
Miss Markham, speaking as a lawyer, I believe I can say that if you do not confess, they will not be able to convict you in a court of law.
Thank you, Mr. Denham. Mr. Holmes, would you order a carriage for me, please?
I'll do it.
I'll speak to the butler.
Andrea.
I'll get my cape.
You did this?
Yes.
Well, why?
Because you were going to kill her. First her uncle, so that she would inherit. Then your sister, so that you would inherit.
You're far worse than I am, Mr. Holmes. Oh, I agree with you. They probably won't send her to the gallows. But Sherlock Holmes has solved another case by sending an innocent girl to prison for the rest of her life. And she believes you're trying to save her life.
Would you have killed me, Peter?
I'm going to kill you.
As you killed my uncle?
Yes. Holmes knew it, but he couldn't prove it. He's helpless. And he'll be just as helpless the second time.
No, Mr. Clifford. Not the second time. And I'm not quite as ruthless as you, Mr. Clifford, but almost.
Holmes? You told Mrs. Hudson that you were at the police crime laboratory last week beating a corpse with a stick.
Yes, I was.
Why?
I wanted to see if I could inflict a bruise on a dead body.
And could you?
No.
Holmes? How did you know that the gun that Clifford pretended to take out of the safe was an Army .45 caliber revolver?
If you wanted to distract someone's attention by removing a gun from a safe, what kind of gun would you have used?
Well, I should have naturally used the largest gun I could find. I'd have used an Army .45 caliber revolver. Holmes?
Yes?
What did you...
Yes?